Ah. Okay, so okay, so I think I understand why earlier the experience was so bad, because I was using this plugin that allows to record source separately, and I think this was a bit too much for my computer to handle, so we'll see if it works better this time. So, am I live? Yes. All right. So let's resume where we were. So so as we established, it's pretty overkill to do the text in dark mode inside of Houdini. So let's only keep Houdini for the picture and the scatter, and everything else we'll do inside of Affinity. So only the picture and the background. So this means we cut that. No. We cut this. All right, and the topic, which is this one. Okay, so let's render once again, and then we move to Affinity. No, we will not move to Affinity right away. We will first do a little pass of curves on my face, because I think it's, or we can test the cryptomat in Affinity. Yeah, we'll test the cryptomat in Affinity, and if it's a pain, we'll do the selective color correction in Copernicus. So let's render that. In the meantime, I can open Affinity. I think this really was the problem earlier, the source plugin. Okay, so this we keep. What we can do is start to prepare a document of the correct size, which is by 720, and this is called YouTube thumbnail. Oh, the render is already finished. Good. So let's open it, bring in our render. Yeah, I'm really not sure that you can use Cryptomat inside of Affinity, but let's make sure. I really need to do something about my folder structure. It's really bad. Render 3D. Is there a channel panel? All channels. Okay, it only sees RVB. So it's not a big deal. I was doing that in Copernicus before I can continue to do so. I have this final composite network that I import my render in. So yeah. So this was the previous render. It's not for a thumbnail, it was just for something on my website. So this is the light mode. And in this one, it's pretty justified to have to render the text and everything in Houdini, because the look is pretty glassy with little bevels and so on. And yeah, for this look, it made sense to use Houdini for a lot more stuff than for the dark mode. So let's split the XRs. Okay. That's unexpected. I thought it was this one, but I must be wrong. Yeah, okay, it's this one. So the cryptomat with my face, I should name those. Text box. Okay, so this one is the mask that selects the face. I'm not sure that this glow is doing too much, but anyway, the point here is to... What? Oh, okay. I didn't know that you could split things like that. Let's take null. I want to check if those glows do anything at all. I think they're not doing anything. Yeah. So let's get rid of those. Okay. So let's use a remap node and apply it only on the picture and use the B-spline. Okay, so it's affecting the background, which is not what I wanted, but anyway, I should probably output this mask. Yeah, I should output this mask and probably do the comp in Affinity. Oh, no. The whole point is to do that in Houdini, but I keep changing my mind. Okay, so let's duplicate that. Invert. Do another remap. Plug the mask. And so this is way too much. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it pops a little more. I think it will also should. I need to be a tad more saturated. Oh, let's grab everything and move it away. No, it was HSV. Yeah. Keep with the masking. No, actually, this is more convenient to do that here than it would have been inside of Affinity. Okay, so this makes me super red. So let's dial that down a tiny bit. And what other color do we have? Color correct. Because I think I'm a little too red. Master shadow midtone, so this should be midtones. Oh, I forgot how bare bone this node is. I don't think I will. I don't think I know how to use such a node. Okay, let's use that as the output. Everything else was related to the things in the light mode. So I think it's no longer needed. We can just grab this, delete everything, take the raw output, and call that out live 18. Copy this node, paste it here. Oh, I forgot the resample. Yeah, so we need a resample to, because this is 4K and the format is not 4K. It's 720p, and to resize an image in Copernicus, it's done with the resample node, and we'll so I don't remember exactly what it was. So okay, we'll just use the node that I deleted the operations before because it was already configured correctly. I think it must be divided by 3, but I prefer to. Oh yeah, and you need to use a size ref, otherwise it doesn't work. So this is the size ref that handles the size, and you tell the resample node to resize towards the size ref. Okay, so remove the null, since this ROP is already wired with the resample as an input, and I did my names explicitly. So let's do that again. If out. Let's do it as PNG. Okay. Let's render. Let's see how it looks in Affinity. There's no bad bad color space shenanigans. No, it looks okay. Nice. So, as always, need to use Retina Pixel. Let's output the mask. Let's output the mask. Houdini, where are you? All right, it's there. Okay. So now we have our mask if need be. This doesn't need to move. So this we can group. So let's keep the naming consistent. Topic. Well, it's not really the moment. Sorry. Okay, so this. Okay, I think I have that in the clipboard. I do. Let's resize that. Okay, so since we've changed that a tiny bit, let's be more honest about it and use Affinity too. And use a plus. So this can be a plus. Okay. It's a bit crooked, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, and now be white. Uh, oof. All right. And need to download an Affinity logo. I don't think I have the new one. So let's go back to this website. Yeah, exactly. This is so handy. I wish it was a SVG though. That's all there is? Okay, it's not a big deal. And so let's copy that to our Notion folder first. And then move that over to you'll be under Houdini because we're much more fan of Houdini than Affinity. So let's just size it accordingly. All right, and use some vector mask. So how can I do rounded rectangle? Okay, it's pretty easy. So now this should be the mask. Okay, I'm still not sure how masks work in here. Oh, it's like that. Okay. I want to move both of you. Yeah. Okay. Just move over slightly. All right. I don't think I like that. Do I need that? Yes. Yes, I need it, but let's just use a vector shape instead. Now that we know how to do rounded corners. Maybe we can, yeah, do that. Okay, you're black, right? Why did I lose Photoshop? Okay. We need to use the mask on this one. So what was it again? I think it was like so. No. So probably the other way around. No. Maybe we need to rasterize it. So if we need to rasterize it, let's first duplicate it. Ah, okay. Maybe it needs to be handled differently because after all it's a Luma mask, not an alpha one. Yeah, and probably we were inside the affinity thing, so this is the yeah, this is the rounded rectangle. So that means the thing must live inside the mask. Okay. Okay, so maybe we just need to no. There are blending mode that I'm not aware of. Okay. We'll ask our trusty ChatGPT. How to do a Luma mask in Affinity. Okay, so let's try it again. You need a physical mask layer. I have one. Control plus click the thumbnail of a layer. This loads it as selection based on luminance. Okay, so This is starting to get annoying. I look like a fool. Okay, let's go back to Houdini because really this is getting ridiculous. Yeah, except that I don't really know how to export only this. Okay, it looks like I have an alpha. So let's call that mask alpha and render. Now back to affinity. Let's remove this one. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this was stupid. I'm sure there's a better way and that it's possible to do that directly in Affinity, but currently I don't know it. Okay, and we have a slight issue there. Okay. Okay, so let's reuse the, let's move everything, yeah, over there. I don't need that. Yes, I do. Where is the... We lost the rounded corner one. Oh no, we didn't lose it. It's just that it's not living at the correct spot. Okay. So let's reuse that. And Houdini thumbnails. Okay. I keep forgetting what's the name of the vertical spacing, but where is it? Ah. This is the thing I like about Affinity. You can use the roulette wheel to roulette wheel to move, to change values. Oh, this we can do. Oh. Okay. Let's change. If had we stayed in Copernicus, we could have changed all the colors at once, but it's not like it's super complicated. to do it. Oops. So, okay. So this is the orange. Okay. Let's use it. I don't understand why we don't get the... Okay, so it's 16, do you? And you're also 16. Oh. Okay. Should you get some fx's? Okay, so probably not as much, but let's say just outer glow, outer shadow, except that it's more discrete. No. Let me do that. Oh, I did not thought it was possible. Yeah, it adds tiny bit of separation. I don't dislike it. Okay, we can't go too far. Maybe it should be white though. No. I'm not so sure about this stroke. Yeah. I don't like that. Yeah, much better. Except for the fact that this should have followed. Yeah, okay. Okay, so let's stop it there for today. And tomorrow we'll do the one for Rive. Should be faster. And yeah, we'll start working on the Rive setup. It should be even more painful than this one. Okay, so time to wrap up. See you soon.